QAnon.
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 Let me introduce you to QAnon.
They wore shirts and signs emblazoned with only the letter Q.
Emblazoned with the letter Q. A fringe
conspiracy theory group.
Broad and often bizarre, it's difficult to believe.
There are people who actually believe this stuff. It takes one conspiracy and puts them all together.
This is crazy. This is insanity. This is all insane and incoherent.
So what is Q? What is QAnon? What's it all about?
Looking for a fast way to track what's moving online right now? Head over to Qnotables.com. It's a centralized index of notable clips, headlines, and references being shared across the community, organized for quick browsing. Use it to spot patterns, pull links, and build your own research list. Qnotables.com. Browse the notables, verify the facts, stay informed. All reports can be found on Q Research or Qnotables.com. Notables do not equal endorsements. We are researchers who deal in open source information, reasoned argument, and dank memes. We do battle in the sphere of ideas and ideas only. We neither need nor condone the use of force in our work here.
From the Q Research Board's February 6, 2026, Nick Shirley, a videographer whose Minnesota daycare fraud videos went viral, is now at the center of an escalating online dispute. Claims are circulating that there is a hit out on him. His reporting has drawn intense pushback and scrutiny, and officials continue to investigate allegations tied to daycare billing and oversight. A new documentary titled MELANIA is now in theaters, marketed as an inside look at Melania Trump's life and the transition period around the inauguration. Theater listings show wide distribution, and the release is being treated as a major political media event. Dan Scavino posted public congratulations to Eric Trump and Lara Trump after a charity event that reportedly raised millions for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Social posts celebrating the total spread rapidly, and multiple accounts tied to the event described a strong fundraising night. A protest is underway outside the federal building in Eugene, Oregon, with local reporting describing ongoing demonstrations tied to immigration enforcement and recent detentions. Organizers say they are calling for accountability and transparency, while police and city officials have issued updates as crowds gather. The situation remains fluid, with live coverage and periodic official statements. A political clip is circulating again, claiming President Obama needed voter ID to vote in 2012. The broader record shows voter ID rules varied by state, and many states already had identification requirements at the time, while other viral claims about which states required ID and who won them have been repeatedly disputed by fact checks. The main takeaway: election ID policy has long been state-driven, and online clips often remove context. New housing data continues to show major shifts in inventory and turnover compared with the last several years. National tracking indicates active listing counts have moved significantly since the pandemic-era lows, and analysts still point to the lock-in effect, where homeowners hesitate to sell because they would lose low mortgage rates. The market remains tight in many areas, even as some measures show gradual improvement in available supply. Video of Laura Loomer confronting CNN's Jake Tapper is being widely reshared after appearing in multiple social media reposts. The exchange is being framed by Loomer's supporters as a direct challenge to CNN's past coverage of President Trump. CNN has not released a detailed statement about the viral confrontation clip, and the video continues to circulate largely through partisan accounts. Savannah Guthrie has issued an emotional public plea for the return of her mother, Nancy Guthrie, saying the family is ready to communicate and asking for proof of life. Authorities say the case remains active and time-sensitive, and investigators are urging anyone with information to come forward. Officials have also warned the public to be cautious about rumors and third-party claims circulating online. As the Nancy Guthrie case draws national attention, additional posts and commentary videos have spread online repeating the family's plea and amplifying public pressure for answers. Investigators say they are following leads, while emphasizing that not every circulating message is authentic. The family's priority remains direct contact and verification of Nancy Guthrie's status. New developments connected to the Epstein document releases continue to dominate headlines and online discussion, including resignations, media reactions, and renewed scrutiny of public figures. Journalists and legal observers say the key distinction is what is actually in primary documents versus what is being inferred or added by social media. Expect more disclosures and also more misinformation attempts as the story evolves. U.S. Southern Command says Joint Task Force Southern Spear carried out a lethal kinetic strike on a vessel it says was operating along known narco-trafficking routes in the eastern Pacific. Southcom says intelligence linked the vessel to designated terrorist organizations involved in narco-trafficking and reports 2 alleged narco-terrorists were killed. The U.S. military says no American forces were harmed. The Washington Post has announced major newsroom cuts, including eliminating its sports section and reducing books coverage, along with changes to metro and international reporting. The move is being described as one of the most significant restructurings in the paper's modern history. Media analysts say the cuts reflect financial pressures and changing audience behavior, but critics warn it will reduce coverage capacity and accountability journalism.
At shop.isitwayit.com, everything you buy supports Qnotables, the place where people talk freely no matter what. Check out our Qn honey pot, a jar of yummy honey that's as strong as your voice. Put it on toast or in tea. It's not just honey, it's freedom in every bite. Then there's Qn butter, a smooth handmade skin cream that makes you feel good while you fight for what's right. Awesome wood and pieces for display only. Hang them up or set them out. They're for showing off Qn's tough spirit. Want to help even more? Get a proto membership. So go to shop.isitwayit.com now and grab some goodies. Help Qn.top keep free speech alive, and let's keep the ideas flowing loud and free.
All reports can be found on Q Research or Qnotables.com. Notables do not equal endorsements. We are researchers who deal in open source information, reasoned argument, and dank memes. We do battle in the sphere of ideas and ideas only. We neither need nor condone the use of force in our work here.
From the Q Research Board's February 6, 2026, a bill to add President Trump to Mount Rushmore continues to circulate in political media after Representative Anna Paulina Luna promoted the proposal. The legislation would direct the National Park Service to add Trump's likeness to the monument. The bill's prospects are unclear, but it remains a high-visibility messaging move among Trump allies. Qatar's large Boeing deal continues to resurface in headlines as one of the biggest wide-body orders in the company's history. Reporting and corporate statements describe 160 firm orders with additional options tied to long-haul fleet growth. Boeing has treated the agreement as a major win for production planning and international demand. President Trump and allies continue to criticize what they describe as judicial overreach, arguing courts are improperly blocking executive actions. Legal analysts note judges are tasked with reviewing constitutionality and statutory limits. The debate is intensifying as more policy fights land in federal court. A clip circulating online attributes to Bill Maher a line mocking the idea of apologizing to QAnon, and the quote is being shared widely across political accounts. There is no standalone official statement from Maher tied to the viral framing, and the clip's context is being debated. There is Q and there are Anons, there is no QAnon. A viral NYC under Mamdani video continues to spread online as Mayor Zohran Mamdani becomes a national political target. Supporters and critics are using clips to argue over crime, governance, and city conditions. Another short Trump-related clip captioned, "Even in London," is trending through repost networks. The clip is being used as political commentary, but the original source context is not consistently preserved across shares. Producers should verify the original upload before treating it as a factual news item. New polling and commentary is being circulated claiming Republican favorability toward MAGA is rising. Exact results depend on which poll is being cited and how questions were worded, but the broader pattern remains that MAGA-aligned candidates and messaging continue to hold strong influence in GOP primary politics. Federal authorities announced the arrest of Minneapolis resident Kyle Wagner on threat and cyberstalking charges tied to alleged online targeting of ICE personnel. Prosecutors say the case includes serious allegations involving threats and incitement, and Wagner is expected to face federal court proceedings. The Justice Department says the matter is active and will be handled through the court process. A new wave of Epstein-related coverage is focusing on powerful institutions and financial relationships, including JP Morgan's past ties to Epstein and allegations raised by investigators and lawmakers. The core issue remains what decision-makers knew, what compliance failures occurred, and what civil or criminal exposure follows. Expect continued legal and political fallout as more records are reviewed. Commentator Mike Benz has released and discussed an Epstein-related audio segment involving former Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Barak, and the clip is spreading across multiple platforms. The audio is being framed as Epstein giving advice and name-dropping major tech and political figures.
Every voice matters. The power of free speech is more important than ever. Imagine a place where you can share your thoughts freely, explore new ideas, and engage in meaningful conversations anonymously. With online anonymity, you can express yourself without fear of judgment. It's about freedom, creativity, and connection. Join the conversation that matters. Embrace your voice. Celebrate your freedom. Visit 8kun.top today. That's 8kun.top.
That's all for now. Stay alert, stay informed, and never hand your thinking over to anyone on a screen, including me. God bless you, God bless our troops,